Hello, thank you for joining me in the Fasst Lane. You know this is Jay Mack. You know what we doing on this side. Be legendary. That's it. There's no other option. Now, I'm still on March 21st. Now I don't know why my camera recorded. I usually record on my cell phone, but I gotta buy a micro SD card because this camera don't look like it's doing the job well. But I'll see. Now, like I said, I was traveling. I consider it to be a good dream, but if it was, I thank God for it. If not, I rebuked it. Now, I had a second dream. This was in the morning, just as I woke up. Remember the dream I had with the demon or the evil spirit being hit in the head with the gold statue of itself. That was 4:30 in the morning. Now, this was in the morning. Now, I had a dream with like drug addicts having an orgy to buy drugs. 3 red flags. It's the sex dream, the drugs. Yeah, 2 red flags: the sex dream and the drugs. So, they were doing despicable, evil, dirty, filthy sex acts to get high. So that in itself showing you right now the beast trying to get back to reinstate me to poverty. Not a day like it. Now the second dream is what got me right. These women were in the mountains freezing to death, and I'm like, why are you all up here in the winter in the mountains if you can't take the cold? Just come back in the summer. Well, anyway, I left and I said, I'm not coming here during the winter. I'll come here during the summer, and I left. That's that. And I had another dream where I had a new jacket in my closet. Now, a minister Yona says the quality of your clothes reveal the state of the dream. Like, if the jacket was torn, tattered, worn, that's a sign of poverty. But I had a brand new one, and it was red. Red's my favorite color. Well, anywho, I thank God for that dream, and I came into agreement with it if it was of Him, and I rebuked it if it wasn't. Alright, now we're going on to March 22nd, 2020. I keep an eye on the time. I think if I go over a certain amount of time, the camera cuts off. I dreamt that a woman was on all fours in front of me, but she was floating. I went about my business, and the back door to my house was open. Oh, and I had the second dream within that dream. The back door to my house was open. Now, let's go to this dream. The woman on all fours. That's a sex dream, which is a dream letting you know that the spirit of poverty is trying to reinstate itself to you. And on top of that, she was floating. That's right, Minister Ewing said, when you see things like that, that's a sign of witchcraft activities. So, as you can see, the beast was trying to reinstate me back into poverty. Not a day like it. So, you know your boy been on the fast. Before you go on the fast, consult with your physician. Excuse me. Now, the back door of my house being open is not a good sign. Because why? That's a defense. I wouldn't leave my back door open when I go to sleep. So that right there is telling me that now the beast is going to be using indirect attacks to get at me. It's going to be trying to catch me off guard. It's going to try to sneak up on me. So I rebuke that, and I thank God for it, for opening my eyes up to the fact that, hey, the tactics may change again. You got to be aware of that, people. March 23rd. Second dream. Someone poured me a glass of water in my favorite cup. No, didn't I just tell you? On March 22nd, the back door to my house was open. And I told you that's a sign that the beast is going to change tactics. Now look what I wrote. I have an asterisk and tactic change. It also looked and seemed as if I had poured the water. At the same time, while I dreamt, someone poured me a glass of water in my favorite cup. I was coming awake. And the person who gave me the water told me, this is for your heart, because your sister cooks spicy food. And in my mind, I had to ask, how could I have poured myself water because I saw my arms pour the water? I remember this dream, even though it was almost a year ago. Yes. And I saw myself standing there. I also knew I was still asleep. The beast didn't show my head, but it just showed my arm and the way I do things. So I thought I was awake going to get me water. Let me see if I watched and saw myself standing there. I also knew I was still asleep. I knew Minister Kevin said eating in a dream is horrible, but I wondered if drinking water was bad. Just then my cell phone light came on and woke me up. I got up and rebuked that dream. Yes, I remember that dream. I just dreamt. I just got a warning from God that the beast is going to change tactics, be sneaky, and sneak up on me, attack me from the back. Next morning, I dreamt I saw myself pouring my water. Right. The significance of this is, in the morning, I drink the lemon water just as I wake up. 16 ounces of water to a quarter wedge. So I saw myself doing that, and squeezing the lemon in the water, just as how I do it in real life. But the way the beast messed up and caught my attention is when he said, your sister. And I'm like, why would I refer to my sister as your? So it couldn't have been me doing that. That's what alerted me. Why would I say your sister? I wouldn't even say my sister. I would call one or two of them by their nickname. And then when they said, this is for your heart, and I remember Minister Ewing said, depending on who sell you to the beast or who did what to get favor from the beast, certain physical conditions may affect your body or run through the bloodline. And when the person said your heart, and I'm like, hold it now. Oh, no. No. And I realized, if I drank that water, I would probably be having heart problems right now. So you know. I got up, I rebuked that dream, and I went on a fast. You know the drill. You go on a fast, consult your physician first. Me, I'm going on fast to drop bombs drop nukes in the spirit world. Now, at the second dream, I was with this I wrote this in pencil. My handwriting is bad. It's worse for the pencil. Let's see. This guy stuff. Alright, I had to go to a hardware store to get a bolt. But it was too big, so I had to trim it down. It was a hole but in it, and the machine could not continue. This. Oh, well, anyway, I went to a hardware store to buy a bolt, and it was too big. It was the smallest one the store had, but it was too big for what I wanted, so I had to trim it down. And while I was there, some guy was littering. He was throwing paper out onto the street from the store out into the parking lot, so I went outside and pick it up and throw it away. I had to rebuke that because I touched a piece of paper. Now, as you want to talk about taking things from people, as you may be taking a contract, coming into contact, covenant with a contract. So I had to rebuke that. And I think I went on a fast for that. And you know the drill. Before you go on a fast, consult with your physician. Alright, let's see. That's 10 minutes right there. Moral courage. Alright, March 24th. I'll be right back. Thank you for joining me in the Fasst Lane. Goodbye.